IELTS Speaking Part 1. Dreams. Question 1. Can you remember the dreams you had? Model answer. Band 6 answer. Yes, sometimes I can remember my dreams, but usually only for a short time after I wake up. Most of the time they are a little strange, and then I forget them quickly. Band 7 answer. Yes, I can remember some of my dreams, especially if they are very unusual or emotional. For example, I once dreamed that I was traveling to a place I had never visited before, and it felt very real. But normally, I only remember parts of my dreams for a few minutes and then they fade away. Band 8 answer. I do remember certain dreams, especially the vivid or recurring ones. For instance, I often dream about taking exams, which probably reflects the stress I experienced during school years. Interestingly, in Japan some people even write their dreams in a diary, because they believe dreams can reflect their subconscious thoughts. While I don't do that myself, I sometimes recall enough details to think about what the dream might mean. Question 2. Do you share your dreams with others? Or are you interested in other people's dreams? Model answer. Band 6 answer. I sometimes tell my family or friends about my dreams if they are funny or strange. I also enjoy listening when other people share their dreams. Band 7 answer. Yes, I like to share my dreams, especially when they are interesting or a little scary. For example, I once told my friend about a dream where I was lost in a huge shopping mall, and she laughed a lot. I'm also curious about other people's dreams because sometimes they sound very creative, almost like a story. Band 8 answer. I often share my dreams with close friends or family because it feels like sharing a personal story, and it can even lead to fun conversations. For example, once I told my sister about a dream where I was flying over Mount Fuji, and she said she had dreamed of something similar. I also find other people's dreams fascinating because they sometimes reveal their personality or current worries. In fact, in Japanese culture, the first dream of the new year, called Hatsuyume, is believed to predict good luck if you dream about Mount Fuji, a hawk, or an eggplant. Question 3. Do you think dreams have special meanings? Model answer. Band 6 answer. I'm not sure, but maybe some dreams have special meanings. For example, if you are worried, you might dream about something stressful. Band 7 answer. Yes, I think some dreams have meanings. For example, when I am nervous about school or work, I sometimes dream that I am late for an exam. I believe this shows my stress in daily life. But other dreams might just be random, without any real meaning. Band 8 answer. I believe dreams can reflect our subconscious mind, even though not all of them carry a deep meaning. For instance, when I was preparing for a job interview, I dreamed about standing on a stage without my notes, which clearly represented my anxiety. At the same time, I think some dreams are just the brain's way of processing random information. In Japan, there is a traditional belief that certain dreams, like dreaming of Mount Fuji or hawks, bring good fortune, which shows how people try to interpret dreams in symbolic ways. Question 4. Do you want to make your dreams come true? Model answer. Band 6 answer. Yes, I want to make my dreams come true. For example, I dream of traveling abroad one day, and I hope I can do it in the future. Band 7 answer. Yes, I really want to achieve my dreams. One of my biggest dreams is to work in an international company, so I am studying English to prepare for that. I know it will take time and effort, but I think making small steps every day will help me reach my goal. Band 8 answer. Absolutely, I strongly believe in trying to make my dreams come true, because they give direction to my life. One of my main dreams is to work in a global environment where I can use English every day. That's why I have been studying hard and even considering studying abroad in the future. In Japan, many young people also dream of experiencing life overseas, and I feel this kind of dream motivates us to step outside of our comfort zone. Even though not all dreams are realistic, having them pushes me to grow and take action. IELTS Speaking Part 2. Something exciting you did. Describe something exciting that you did or describe an exciting experience you have had. You should say, when you did it, where you were when you did it, who you did it with, and explain why it was exciting for you. You have 1 minute to prepare. You have 2 minutes to talk. Model answer. Band 6 answer. One exciting experience I had was going to a summer festival in Japan last year. It happened in August, during the Obon holiday, when many people enjoy fireworks festivals. I went to the festival in my hometown with some of my close friends. There were food stalls, traditional games, and everyone was wearing yukata, which made the atmosphere very lively. The most exciting part was watching the fireworks together, because they were colorful and very beautiful. It was exciting for me because I don't usually go to big events like that. Seeing the fireworks in the sky, surrounded by many people, made me feel happy and gave me good memories with my friends. Band 7 Answer. One of the most exciting things I have done was attending a summer festival in Japan last year, during the Obon holiday. It took place near the river in my hometown, and it was a huge event with thousands of people. I went there with my friends, and we all wore yukata, which is a traditional summer outfit. We tried different festival food, like takoyaki and shaved ice, and also played some traditional games. The highlight was the firework display at night, which lasted for about an hour. The colors and sounds were amazing, and it felt like the whole town was celebrating together. What made it exciting was not only the fireworks but also the feeling of being part of a community. Everyone was smiling, children were running around happily, and there was a strong sense of tradition. It was very different from my normal daily life, which is usually quiet and routine. This experience was so memorable for me because it reminded me how important it is to take a break from studying or working and just enjoy the moment with friends and family. Band 8 Answer. One of the most exciting experiences I've ever had was attending a summer festival in my hometown in Japan, during the Obon holiday last year. It took place along the riverbank, which is a popular spot for fireworks, and the whole atmosphere was filled with energy and tradition. I went there with several close friends, and we decided to wear yukata, which really made us feel part of the festival spirit. We spent the evening walking around the stalls, eating typical festival food like yakisoba, takoyaki, and kakigori. We also joined some traditional games, which brought back memories of my childhood. But of course, the main highlight was the fireworks show at night. It was one of the biggest displays I had ever seen, lasting almost an hour, with fireworks lighting up the night sky in all kinds of patterns. The reason it was so exciting for me was not just the beauty of the fireworks, but also the feeling of being connected with others. There was something magical about thousands of people gathering together, sharing the same moment of excitement and joy. It created a strong sense of belonging, which is something I sometimes miss in everyday life. Moreover, this experience made me realize the importance of cultural traditions. Festivals like this don't just provide entertainment, but also keep communities together and allow younger generations to experience traditional customs. For example, many children were wearing yukata and playing old-fashioned games, which showed me how traditions can still be passed on in a modern society. Overall, this was an unforgettable event because it gave me both excitement and a deeper appreciation for Japanese culture. Whenever I think about that night, I feel motivated to take part in more cultural activities and not just focus on studying or working all the time. IELTS Speaking Part 3. Something exciting you did. Question 1. Do people in your country spend a lot of money on celebrating birthdays? Model Answer. Band 6 Answer. In Japan, people don't usually spend too much money on birthdays. Many families just have a small party at home with a cake and presents. Sometimes, people go to restaurants, but it's usually simple. Band 7 Answer. In Japan, birthdays are celebrated, but not in a very extravagant way. For example, families often buy a decorated cake and some small gifts, and maybe go to a nice restaurant. Big celebrations are more common for children, such as their first birthday or school-related milestones. For adults, it's usually a quiet gathering. Compared to some other countries, Japanese people don't focus too much on spending a lot of money. Band 8 Answer. In Japan, people usually keep birthdays quite modest, especially compared to Western countries where large parties are common. Most families just buy a special cake, prepare a nice meal, and exchange presents. However, there are some exceptions, for instance, when parents celebrate their child's first birthday or when young people turn 20 and celebrate Seijin no Hai, the coming-of-age ceremony. In those cases, families may spend more money on clothes or traditional kimono rentals. Overall, I think Japanese culture values thoughtfulness over extravagance, so the meaning of the day is more important than how much money is spent. Question 2. Do you think it's necessary to spend a lot of money on holding a party? Model answer. Band 6 answer. I don't think it's necessary to spend a lot of money on a party. The most important thing is being together with family and friends. Even a small party can be fun. Band 7 answer. In my opinion, spending a lot of money on a party is not necessary. What really matters is the atmosphere and the people you celebrate with. For example, a home-cooked dinner or a picnic in the park can be just as meaningful as an expensive hotel party. Of course, some people like to spend more for special events like weddings, but for birthdays or casual gatherings, a simple celebration can create good memories without too much cost. Band 8 answer. I personally don't believe that spending large amounts of money is essential for a party. The value of a celebration lies in the emotional connection, not the budget. For example, some of the most memorable gatherings I've attended were very simple, such as potluck dinners where everyone brought homemade dishes. On the other hand, extravagant parties can sometimes create unnecessary financial pressure, especially for families with limited resources. In fact, I think a smaller, more personal celebration often allows people to feel more relaxed and connected. So while money can add luxury, it doesn't necessarily add happiness. Question 3. Do people in your country usually go out to celebrate traditional festivals with others? Model answer. Band 6 answer. Yes, in Japan, people go out during festivals. For example, they go to watch fireworks in summer or visit shrines during New Year. Many people enjoy the atmosphere with friends and family. Band 7 answer. Yes, Japanese people usually celebrate traditional festivals outside with others. For instance, during summer festivals, people wear yukata, buy food from street stalls, and enjoy fireworks shows. During New Year, families go to shrines together to pray for good luck. These activities bring people together and create a lively atmosphere. Even though some people also celebrate at home, the outdoor community aspect is very important. Band 8 answer. In Japan, traditional festivals are strongly connected with going out and celebrating in public spaces. For example, during summer festivals, people gather at shrines, streets, or riverbanks to enjoy parades, dancing, and fireworks. Similarly, during Oshigatsu, or New Year, millions of people visit shrines and temples for Hatsumode, the first prayer of the year. What makes these events special is not only the tradition but also the sense of community, because they bring together people of all ages. Even in modern society, where many people are busy, festivals provide a chance to reconnect with cultural roots and spend quality time with others. I think this social and cultural dimension is why public celebrations are still so important in Japan.
Congrats on making it to the end of this video, and kudos to you if you did all that practice. You are amazing. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. And you can also add my official LINE account that's in the profile. And if you do this, then I can send you a free phrases guide that you can use for your practice. All right, happy studying. See ya.